So I'm a loser, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I'm gonna keep it a stack, bro. Um, I wasn't purposely trying to become a loser.
I wasn't purposely trying to become a loser. I mean, does anyone really try to be a loser? Or does it just happen based off your situations and, you know, actions that you fail to correct?
Anything along those lines, but I don't know. I kind of saw me going down the least popular path in life.
What is the least popular path? Not becoming a loser? I don't know.
Um, and I don't know. I just didn't steer clear from it, man. I just kept on going. Like I seen I was going the wrong way.
He saw he was going on the wrong path for a while and just said, fuck it. Whatever happens, happens.
Said fuck it. I'm already on this downtrodden path, so I'm gonna continue type shit. That is like that's really how it was for me.
He laughing like this shit funny. Ain't nothing funny about this.
And I'm a loser, not in the sense that I'm unproductive or don't do anything uh useful in my life. You know, I still work a full-time job as of right now. Definitely have a pretty good savings. I'm um financially savvy, smart. You know what I'm saying? My finances are in order. Shit.
This just goes to show, don't matter how much money you got or how financially stable you are. If your mental health is in the gutter, then what's the fucking point? You know?
Yeah, but I just
Because I feel like if you get to a proper financial place in life or whatever, that should unlock other doors to help on your development when it comes to being a man. All right? That's just me, I guess.
I don't really have hobbies, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Like y'all gonna say I'm crying about my height, but it is what it is, bro. Like this is a common reoccurrence on this channel at this point. So I don't know. I just found out my shit was cooked. I just found out I'm
Because it's short?
romantically cooked
No,
as far as
bullshit.
my SMV goes, because of immutable characteristics. Keyword height. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. That kind of led me going down the wrong path, man. And it left me feeling like complacent with where I am in life. And don't get me wrong, I'm in a very comfortable spot in life, but it's like I feel like
He's in a very comfortable place in his life. But the one thing he's getting down on himself about is his height. Which I get it is kind of a situation, I guess, when it comes to dating, but if your confidence is there, height shouldn't even be a problem. You'll find a way to work around that.
I should never be complacent in life. Because once you're complacent, I feel like that's when death comes earlier or shit like that, you know?
Don't be complacent, because that's when death comes earlier. What?
And I kind of do want to get this simulation over with. But anyway, that's besides the point.
This man is down bad going through it. Get this simulation over with? That's crazy talk.
I don't know, man. I kind of. I feel like I let my younger self down, but not really so much in a sense because I didn't know that height would be this drastic to overall life quality for men. So it's like, I couldn't foresee what I'm experiencing now as a child.
He's so stuck on this height thing. Height ain't got nothing to do with it. It's just your attitude about your height is what's really bringing you down right now. Height ain't got nothing to do with it. Because there's plenty of short men that's comfortable and confident with the height they got. And they make it work. They work around it. They work on their charisma. They work on the self-esteem. They work on just the way they are with people. He's dwelling on the issue that isn't really an issue in some cases.
I don't know. Like I said, I really don't have a social life. I don't have friends or anything like that, and I'm not complaining about it. I'm not. I'm not on that type of time with it.
He's literally making a video about it, his life and the situation. He's saying he's not complaining about it. This sounds like a complaint, not directly, but it sounds like a complaint for sure.
I actually don't mind it. I'm fine with it. It's called being self-actualized, self-realized, and understanding and accepting who you are as a person. And I kind of came to this realization a couple years back that I might be a loser.
He does not accept who he is as a person because every 2 seconds he talks about his height and how it limits him when it comes to dating, yada yada yada.
And because why don't I have friends, bro? Why don't I have friends? Why don't I have a social life? Why don't I have hobbies outside of making money? Really, my only hobby is fucking.
Because of your attitude, no one wants to be around that type of like state of mind, that mental fuckery you got going on. I wouldn't want to be around somebody like that. That person's gonna bring me down constantly. I know one person like that actually. She used to work out at a gym, and every time the same gym I used to work out at, and every time I speak to her, it's always some shit about how her life is not going the way she wants it to go, yada yada yada. It was just annoying to be around. It was kind of bringing me down a little bit, so I avoided her at all costs, to be honest. And this is probably what's going on with this guy right here. Nobody wants to be around this shit, or you just probably just not putting yourself out there like you should, or you're just in the wrong spaces. I don't know. People don't want to be around that shit. So change that, and you're probably gonna have some more friends in your life. At least one.
Doing crypto, which is, of course, I got into crypto to make money. Like, I got into crypto uh, back when I was in college, before this bull run even started type shit, years back. You know what I'm saying? I was writing 8-page papers on crypto, just hoping to make it. And then eventually I would make it, which is crazy to me. It's truly a blessing. But, I forgot what this whole video was about for real. I ain't gonna lie to y'all niggas, man.
I'm gonna say this. Go put some meat in your bones. Go work out. Go hit the gym. That's probably gonna clear up a lot of mental cloggers you got going on right now. Cause you start looking at yourself in a different light. You start working out. You start seeing the results. You might actually feel better about yourself and be more confident about your height. To be honest.
Still feeling a little under the weather, so that's affecting my voice. Hope y'all don't mind. Anyway, in regards to what I was talking about, I don't really have a social life. I don't. I'm saying I never felt it imperative, especially as an adult. Like, maybe when you're younger, you kind of want a social life and you kind of want to connect with different souls in this universe. But for me, it's just whatever, bro. I mean, it ain't shit. I'm not fully opposed to having friends or bonding with other people, but it's just I don't really care for it. Like, give or take, and I'm likely gonna leave that on the table. I don't really care for relationships or friendships like that. I mean relationships as in platonically speaking.
It's clearly not just whatever, because you seem somewhat in your feelings about it. Even though you're trying to play it off and make it seem like, I'm okay by myself. I'm cool being a loner. I enjoy this solitary life. No, you clearly are longing for something somewhat of a social life.
I mean, like, I'm definitely down to meet new women, have sex with them.
How you think you're gonna do that? What woman wants to be around that type of mentality or that kind of attitude? Not anybody you want to fucking keep around you.
And see where it goes from there. But I mean, as far as same-sex platonic relationships,
This is
I
a sad
don't really give a
existence.
fuck, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think another reason why I was led down this path is lack of female companionship throughout life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not absolutely, never had nobody in life, but it's like I said, I've gone like 8, 9, 10 year droughts with no contact from women.
Damn. This man's talking about years, not months. 8, 9, 10 year droughts. Damn.
No, not on that level. So like I know what it's like to not have hoes. I know what it's like to be womanless. And as a heterosexual man, it kind of eats away at you, especially in your younger ages. But eventually, you kind of come to terms with what your life is and how it is, and why it is. That's the key word there. Why it is.
You have the why. You know why. You just refuse to fix the why and make that change. You just refuse to.
And it's because of height. So you know,
It's not because of height, bro. It's not. It's not because of your height at all. I knew this one guy in high school. He was like, I don't know, probably like 5'2", super short dude from the Caribbean. And he had a hella confidence. He was talking to every female. Ain't no way you can tell him he can't get. But I mean, he wasn't really getting all of them. But like, he had the confidence enough to go up and talk to them. And he's probably like the same height as this guy right here. Granted, he did have like better style or whatever, and that's something you could fix, something you could work on day by day. But height is not the issue. Your mindset is the issue right here.
coming to terms with shit like that. I don't know, man. It just kind of it swayed my whole worldview of how I see shit, and now I'm just like a lone wolf.
He is such a pessimist, just dwelling on the negative shit that he can't fix instead of focusing on what he can fix. You already got the money, like you said, or you're already financially stable. Okay, that's one bit of stress you can take off your plate. How about you put more of your efforts into something you can control and something you can work on, and stop being such a Debbie Downer. Stop being a little bitch, basically.
On some loser loner type shit. But I mean, it doesn't really.
By choice, mind you, by choice. No one put him in a corner by himself and told him, "Hey, stay over there. Don't come over here. We don't fuck with you." He put himself in that corner.
Me no mind. Doesn't make me no mind. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's fine
But it does, cause you're making this video. It does.
by me. I like being alone.
Bullshit. Cause you're just complaining about it. We're not complaining about it, but you're talking about it. I like being alone. Cut the fuckery.
You know, I discover a lot much more about myself, why I react, how I react, things of that nature.
That is true. Being to yourself, being more solitary does help you reflect a bit more and figure out why you do certain things and why you react a certain way to certain things. I know how being solitary for me helped me figure out certain things in my life, but he's taking it to a whole different level, a whole different area doesn't need to go. He's fucking himself up, and then lines saying that he's okay with it. No, you're not okay with it because this video is on the internet. You're clearly not okay with it.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think being alone is really problematic. I think being I do.
It's not. At certain points of your life, being alone is very, very beneficial. But all the time, and then acting as if you're okay with just being a loner for the rest of your life. Maybe there's certain like a few anomalies out there. That's okay. I don't want to contact nobody. Nobody speak to me and be okay and actually be genuinely okay. But for most people, that doesn't work. We're human beings. We need community.
Lonely. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between being alone and lonely. And I'm not gonna lie. I'm not no fucking robot. I do get lonely sometimes. But
Exactly. So fix your state of mind. Put yourself out there. Go into new spaces. The gym. Put some muscle on your body, meet some people in there, say hi, ask them what they're doing, start up a conversation, become friends. It might not go, it might not lead anywhere with everyone, but at least one person might stick around and be like, hey, you're a cool dude. If you actually get out of this shitty, dark, pessimistic state of mind. I wouldn't want to be around that at all. Don't come up to me at the gym and this is how you move. I'll cut you off right away. I'll dub your shit right away. Don't speak to me. Because I don't want to be around that when I'm locked in working out.
We're men in this world, right? So like us being alone is like second nature, or should be second nature. You know what I'm saying? We're men. And maybe I'm just
And us having a partner is also second nature to us. Someone that we can look out for and provide for is also second nature.
maybe I'm just forwarding unrealistic standards for men, how men should be ideally, and we should be alone. But maybe that's not the case, since you know humans are social creatures.
So I'm saying, like, we're meant to be around a community and our peers. Being alone is good for a certain period of time or whatever, but ultimately you want to be around a community.
And I don't necessarily think I'm a part of that social contract regarding humans, but you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, humans are social creatures. So I don't know, maybe I'm just a weirdo. Maybe I just be tweaking.
Yeah, you a little weird, but that's okay. I'm a little weird too. Everybody's a little weird. Just get over it and go put yourself out there. Fix your state of mind.
Like I also think that's a possibility. Like that's not far out the range for me either, you know. I could just be tweaking, bro. Maybe I'm just tweaking. Maybe I'm just hallucinating, bro. I don't know.
You tweaking like a motherfucker.
But overall, I feel like I'm a good person though, you know. I'm not harming anyone. I stay to myself. And what more can you really ask? You know, I do what I have to do in life. I make my money, I pay my bills, I'm a tax paying citizen, and I don't harm anyone. So, you know, yeah, I'm a loser, but could be worse, man. Could be far much worse. No, and I'm grateful it hasn't gotten to that level.
Could be worse. Could have no money and be a loser. That'd be horrible. You could be broke, no money, a loser, and bald.
I don't really believe in jinxing or anything of that nature, so I'm gonna just leave it at that. I'm grateful it hasn't gotten to unfortunate levels.
I think you just need to fix up your style a little bit, man. Your style is whack, bro.
But I just figured I'd make this video on why my circumstances are what they are at the present moment. And maybe there's others out there in the world like me who kind of just said, man, fuck this shit, I'm solo dolo. I'm gonna stay to myself, and that's just how I'm rocking.
Yeah, there's definitely others like you out there in the world. There's a few of them. One girl I knew from the gym. She's definitely she wouldn't call herself a loser though. But there's definitely a few of y'all out there. Maybe y'all could link up and like start a community or some shit like that. I don't know. Well, that's it for the video. But see how important it is to work on your mental health, work on the way you think about yourself, the way you talk about yourself, having more accountability for your actions and the situations that you're put into in your life. Can't go around blaming your height or blaming other people for, well, how the fuck you end up in life. You gotta take control of that shit and move forward with it. But anyways, if you like the video, drop a like, subscribe, catch y'all on the next one.